Today we have another important review of a case that happened in Carteret County back on the 2nd of November. We saw it occur at 2:50 in the afternoon. It is where Rebecca Moore is alleged to have violated the rules of the road and injured David Herman. We're going to quickly go through the accident report and we're going to talk about the liability and potential damages in this case. The form that we are looking at is the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicle Form 349. It was filled out by the state trooper who investigated this wreck. Again, it lists the date of the accident, the county, the time that it occurred, and the two individuals that are involved. What's really important when you first scan an accident report, as we see here, is the amount of estimated damages. This is just what the trooper estimated done to both the vehicles. It is significant. Around $15,000 per vehicle, may very well have totaled them. We also look at item 32, that is the 3 in that block for both the individuals actually shows that there was fairly significant and evident injury to them. We also see that Newport EMS was called and both the individuals were transported to the hospital in Morehead City. We see the type of vehicle that the individuals were driving. The person who is alleged to have caused the accident, Moore, was driving a 2018 Chevrolet, and a Toyota was being driven by Mr. Herman. Now, as we go to the back page of the form, we see things that give us more of an idea as to the speeds and how the collision itself occurred. What we see up top on the back page is we see what the estimated traveling speed was, what the speed limit. It was authorized 55 for both vehicles, but we see for the first vehicle that's alleged to have caused the accident actually coming from a stop or close to it around 15 miles an hour, and the vehicle that was driven by Mr. Herman, who appears to be the victim in this case, the estimated speed on impact was around 40 miles an hour, a very significant impact. Now, what actually occurred? Well, vehicle 1 is the vehicle that was being driven by Ms. Moore, and according to the trooper, vehicle 1 was traveling north on State Road 1129. Vehicle 2 and 3 were actually coming toward the intersection. They were traveling east on US 70, and again, US 70, major US highway, speed limit 55 miles an hour. Now, the driver of vehicle 1 is alleged to have attempted to make a left-hand turn out from State Road 1129 and violating the rules of the road by failing to yield the right-of-way, and it actually pulled out in front and was hit by vehicle 2 that was driven by Mr. Herman, and the third vehicle actually went off the road and crashed in a ditch, apparently did not hit anyone. But the Herman vehicle collided with the Moore vehicle when the Moore vehicle violated the right-of-way and pulled out in front. Again, could have been fatalities, very dangerous that the rules of the road were alleged not to have been obeyed. It does also say that vehicle 2 collided with the vehicle and they went, if we look a little further up, we see how far the vehicles moved after the impact. It is stated here that the Moore vehicle went 28 feet and the Herman vehicle went 53 feet. And we see tire impressions on the Herman vehicle. He tried to stop, apparently slammed on the brakes, 116 feet of tire impressions before the impact. So it appears very much that Mr. Herman was paying attention to what was going on in the road. Very important in accident cases. Why? Because North Carolina is a contributory negligence state. If you contribute in any way to the accident in which you're involved, you can be completely barred from collecting damages. Now, in this case, that does not at this point appear to be the case whatsoever. It does appear that it's a clear case of liability because of the violation of the rules of the road by Ms. Moore, charged with failure to yield by Trooper Morrison. It is important that, of course, the plaintiff in this case follow up and make sure that his rights are protected, that the person is convicted in traffic court, if possible, of the failure to yield or at least accepts responsibility for it, and then that Mr. Herman pursue a personal injury case against Ms. Moore for any and all of his damages. What are the damages typically in a case like this? Well, of course, the emergency transport, the hospital bill, the physical therapy, the orthopedic, any kind of surgeries that are required, any long-term or short-term disability, whether it's permanent partial disability or just short-term disability, lost wages. And the biggest component of almost any personal injury claim is, of course, pain and suffering. So Mr. Herman potentially has a big personal injury case on his hands, does need to make sure that it's managed right, and of course, that he is very careful and does not say anything against his own self-interest, that he has good legal counsel to assist him and advise him every step of the way. This is Thom Goolsby with the Goolsby Law Firm, giving you an update on this interesting case, again, out of Carteret County on the 2nd of November. If you have any questions, problems, or concerns, you can always call us here at the Goolsby Law Firm. My personal cell phone number, 910-262-7401, voice or text. And you can always go to our website, goolsbylaw.com. Helping real people with real problems, that's our motto. Has been for the last many, many years. Been practicing law for 25 years here in Eastern North Carolina. I'm here for you.